Welcome back to BAMMA, Bamma USA, here at the OC County Fairgrounds in the hangar. RJ, the amateur part of the Bamma show, the Alpha League, finished. The pros coming up next. There are differences. Besides the fact that you have 3-minute rounds, or 2-minute rounds versus 5-minute rounds, there are other differences that we see between the amateurs and the pros.
Yeah, you'll see the amateurs had to wear jerseys. The pros do not. Amateur doesn't count towards a professional record. There's some slight rule differences as well. Very minor, mostly the same thing, but it's a good chance for amateurs to sit there after their fights, after they got their experience, watch the pros fight right after them in the same cage they just fought in, and take notes and say, okay, this is what I can do better. This is how I can improve. This is how I can take in this full experience to make myself ready to become a professional myself. Enough chit-chat out of us. Let's go on to the next fight.
Tail the tape for our welterweight contest, Steve Avalos from CSW, Eric Paulson's gym, 5'10" at welterweight, a catch wrestling style, no surprise, coming from CSW.
He'll be facing in the red corner, Daniel Mancha from Team Diamond, 5'10", 170 pounds. Kind of a rough start to his career, 3-10, looking to get back on the winning track today in Bamma USA.
See how they both stack up? Both guys making weight effectively. You have a Muay Thai practitioner in Mancha, a catch wrestler in Avalos. Who's going to get the fight where they want it? It's going to be a turf war. This fight's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Professional mixed martial artists governed by the California State Athletic Commission. A referee there, Mike Beltran, the man behind the beard, around the beard, under the beard. Mancha in the white trunks, black trim, and the solid, tighter black trunks is Steve Avalos.
We are in the clinch. Mancha going against the cage, trying to push him against the cage, possibly go for a takedown here.
Avalos 0-1, looking to get his first win. Already bleeding.
Not a great start to round number 1 for Avalos. He's already, like you said, bleeding. He got the takedown, though. The catch wrestler has his opponent on his back. It's a good place for him to be. He's in the half guard of Mancha.
Let's see what Team Diamond's Daniel Mancha can do off of his back. He's so far somehow cut.
And he is bleeding all over the place right now. Even though he is on top and doing well, he is a bloody mess right now.
Yeah, Mancha must have done something that we did not see.
Avalos has his back now, a very good position for Avalos to be in. He's got Mancha in this position. Basically, Avalos can do almost anything he wants. He has submissions. He has a little bit of striking available. Mancha has very little in the way of offense. He just wants to get out of this position.
And the other thing Avalos has right now that we're not mentioning is time. He's got 3 minutes and almost 45 seconds, just under now, in great position with the body triangle. He's working a rear naked choke. Now, RJ, unlike boxing, it doesn't always cause the same effect, but is there an urgency now that Avalos is going to feel because he has a cut?
Well, just like in boxing, if the cut's in a bad spot or if it's a very bad cut, the doctor will stop the fight. The referee will say, hey, doctor, take a look at this cut. Should we let him keep fighting? They'll make a decision. So you still, yes, you have to worry about that. But in this position, that cut's safe, and he's doing really, really well in ending this fight before that cut becomes a factor.
He's trying. He's got the rear naked choke set up. He can't quite get under the chin, it looks like. It looks like Mancha's protecting his chin and his neck quite well. Now we're going to see if he can maybe shook off Avalos over the top. And in MMA, too, like in boxing, if the cut's under the eye, it's not bad because it's not going to bleed up against gravity. In MMA, you're on your back sometimes. That under the eye cut bleeds up into your eye because you're on your back.
Absolutely, yeah. Under the eye, especially when you're on your back, if the blood trickles backward into your eye socket and pools in your eye. Very bad spot to get cut. But right now, luckily, he's on top. He's in a good position. He can kind of control where the blood is going.
Avalos working hard for the submission, but Daniel Mancha, for a Muay Thai guy, at 3-10, doing a great job of not getting submitted. Now, and 2.5 minutes left.
Good escape by Mancha. That's a veteran savvy is some things you just can't teach. And although his record isn't fantastic, that is 13 fights. That is a lot of experience going against a guy with only 1 fight.
Yeah, and if a guy who's going to earn his cheddar tonight is going to be the cut man in Alvos' corner. Because if he's going to come out for any more rounds, that's going to have to get handled.
I haven't a chance to see his face yet. That might be a broken nose. I don't know if it's a cut or a bloody nose. I haven't been able to get a good look at his face. He's been moving so much and been on top most of the fight.
I thought it was somewhere around the bridge of the nose where he might have had like a cut. But I could be wrong. It could just be an abrasion, and it might be actually from inside the nose.
Mr. 20/20 vision over here helping me out. Thanks, Ron.
20/20, 20/40, whatever it takes.
Now he's back on top.
Just over 1.5 minutes now left in the opening round.
Avalos, it looks like he's going for a Kimura here. I don't see the angle exactly yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a Kimura. He's in a great position. He has the head and arm trapped. He is in a lot of trouble here, Daniel Mancha. He's got a good Kimura here, and that's it.
Ranked. Whoa!
Kimura attempt by Steve Avalos, submission victory. First professional win. He's a happy camper, moving his record back to an even 500. And it looks like, yes, it was a bloody nose. Did not slow him down at all. He controlled this fight right after that shot on the ground and gets himself a Kimura win.
Yeah, Steve Avalos not hurt badly, but it was bleeding like an extra in a Stephen King film. And you'll see right here, he started out, that was what did it.
Great left
hook by Mancha. The Muay Thai fighter, Mancha, threw a left hook, and he delivered it on target.
Yeah, that one punch was fantastic, but I guess the ground skills of Avalos, it wasn't enough for him to get the win. He had the back for a long time. Mancha got out, he got back on top again, and he was able to work a great submission, Craig. That is a standard issue CSW transition right there. Get on top, pass guard, get the side mount, work a joint lock on top. Standard issue CSW. Great catch wrestling job by Steve Avalos.
So an impressive victory for Avalos, too. He gets bloodied up early with that very damaging left hook, compliments of Mancha. And the blood flow we talked about, too, it looks uglier than it is. It's not always that big of a deal, but it can affect not just vision, but also breathing.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have a broken nose, you start breathing through your mouth, and when your mouth is open, you're more susceptible to get knocked out because you want your jaw to be closed. It protects your jaw better when it's closed, and it makes it less likely for you to get knocked out. Yeah, a lot of blood. It looks gruesome. It's really not a big deal. Sometimes small cuts bleed a lot. It mixes in with the sweat. Your adrenaline's going, so you bleed more. He'll be fine to fight another day, and it's a good thing, too, because he looked impressive tonight.
Yeah, Mancha did a great job of hanging in there as long as he did. Avalos was trying to submit him from the get-go. Rang his bell with that left hook, did Mancha. So I look forward to seeing both of these guys back in action again soon. But sooner, we're going to go to a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to give you more of what you just got and you liked, and we know you like it because you're fans of mixed martial arts just like us. Stay where you are.